When it comes to late-night television, rivalries are often playful, and friendships can shine even brighter than the punchlines. This week, the late-night world erupted in cheers as Jimmy Kimmel returned to his hosting duties after a suspension that had kept him away from Jimmy Kimmel Live for weeks. While fans were already buzzing about the beloved host's comeback, one of his fiercest competitors turned friends, Stephen Colbert, stole headlines with a warm, and typically witty, tribute. "Our long national late nightmare is over," Colbert proclaimed during his opening monologue on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, setting off a wave of applause from his studio audience. The remark wasn't just a joke, it was a heartfelt acknowledgement of Kimmel's absence from television screens and the late-night camaraderie that transcends networks. The suspension that shook late night. Jimmy Kimmel's suspension had become one of the most talked about stories in entertainment. While details of the disciplinary action were initially cloaked in secrecy, sources eventually revealed it stemmed from a controversial sketch that sparked criticism and heated debate across social media platforms. ABC, which airs Jimmy Kimmel Live, handed down the suspension, leaving Kimmel's chair empty for several weeks. During that time, a rotating cast of guest hosts filled in, each bringing their own flair but none quite capturing Kimmel's trademark mix of sarcasm, warmth, and sharp political commentary. Fans took to social media, rallying behind the hashtag #BringBackKimmel, with many noting that his biting humor had been missed during a particularly chaotic news cycle. Stephen Colbert steps in with support. Colbert, who has made a career out of sharp satire and heartfelt authenticity, used his platform to welcome Kimmel back to the late-night family. "Jimmy is more than just a colleague, he's a friend," Colbert said in his monologue. "And when one of us is out, we all feel it. The man is too good at what he does, and too good of a guy, to stay sidelined for long." He then pivoted to a joke that had his audience roaring, "Honestly, I was getting nervous. If Jimmy didn't come back soon, ABC might have asked me to host 2 shows a night. And let's be honest, America can barely handle one Colbert at a time." The line perfectly encapsulated Colbert's blend of self-deprecation and solidarity. A late-night brotherhood. While late-night hosts often poke fun at one another, sometimes mercilessly, the truth is that they share a unique bond. In a landscape where competition for viewers is fierce, there's also a mutual respect born of shared experiences, grueling schedules, live audiences, and the delicate balance of comedy and commentary in politically charged times. Colbert and Kimmel, in particular, have cultivated a reputation for being supportive of one another. From collaborating on charity events to exchanging playful jabs during awards shows, their friendship underscores a changing era in late night, where rivalries are less about ratings and more about camaraderie. "Jimmy's return is good for all of us," Colbert added. "Because when he's on air, the jokes get sharper, the monologues get funnier, and frankly, we all have to up our game. He makes us better just by being here." Fans react. "It feels like late night is whole again." Across social media, fans echoed Colbert's sentiments. "Colbert speaking about Kimmel's return literally made me tear up," one viewer tweeted. "This is why I love late night TV, it feels like family." Another fan wrote, "Our long late nightmare is finally over. Kimmel's back and the world feels right again." Many pointed out that in a time of political division and cultural upheaval, late-night shows have become more than just comedic relief. They are, in many ways, the nightly town hall where humor meets reflection, and Kimmel's absence had left a noticeable void. Jimmy Kimmel's emotional return. When Kimmel finally stepped back onto his stage, the reception was thunderous. Fans stood in ovation as the host, clearly moved, joked, "Wow, I was suspended longer than most politicians are punished for crimes." The quip earned laughter and applause, but Kimmel quickly turned sincere. "I missed this. I missed all of you," he told the audience. "And I missed being part of the late-night circus with my friends, especially Stephen, who reminded everyone that this is more than just TV. It's a community." Kimmel even poked fun at Colbert's warm welcome. "I saw Colbert's monologue and thought, wow, this guy really knows how to make me cry and feel like I owe him a bottle of tequila." The bigger picture. Why this moment mattered. Kimmel's suspension and return sparked important conversations about comedy, accountability, and resilience in an era where every joke is scrutinized through the lens of social media. Late-night hosts walk a tightrope. They're expected to push boundaries and challenge authority while also respecting the evolving sensitivities of audiences. Colbert's decision to openly celebrate Kimmel's return wasn't just about friendship, it was about solidarity in an industry where the margin for error is razor thin. By publicly supporting his colleague, Colbert signaled to viewers, and to the industry, that one misstep should not define a career, especially when that career has been built on decades of laughter, advocacy, and generosity. A history of mutual support in late night. This isn't the first time late night hosts have stood by each other during tough times. When David Letterman retired, both Colbert and Kimmel paid emotional tributes. When Jimmy Fallon faced backlash for a controversial political interview, Kimmel and Colbert refrained from piling on, choosing instead to highlight the difficulty of balancing comedy with politics. In 2020, during the pandemic shutdowns, all the major late-night hosts even teamed up for a series of virtual specials to raise money for COVID-19 relief. These collaborations reinforced the idea that while ratings wars may dominate headlines, behind the scenes there's a shared mission to entertain, comfort, and challenge audiences in equal measure. Colbert's closing note. As Colbert wrapped up his monologue, he left his audience with a poignant thought. Comedy isn't just about telling jokes, it's about connection. And when one of us is silenced, even temporarily, it feels like a thread has been pulled from the fabric of this whole crazy quilt we call late night. Jimmy's back, and that means the fabric is whole again. The audience erupted in applause, not just for Colbert's words but for the sentiment they carried. Looking ahead, with Kimmel back in his rightful place and Colbert celebrating his return, the late-night world feels restored. Fans can expect the friendly banter between the two to continue, whether that's Colbert teasing Kimmel about his endless pranks or Kimmel ribbing Colbert about his dance moves. What's clear is that the late-night stage isn't just a platform for comedy, it's a brotherhood, a cultural barometer, and at times, a healing force for audiences navigating turbulent times. For now, viewers can breathe a sigh of relief. The laughter is back, the family is reunited, and as Stephen Colbert so perfectly put it, our long national late nightmare is finally over.